Fucking mouth.
Hey guys, welcome to the Lauren Hour podcast. Everyone, take your time real quick. Do roll call. Start with my co-host B. Go ahead.
What's going on, everybody? This is B-Vaz, aka Brandon, coming at you from Philly, PA.
Okay. It's your girl Annie, 1/5 of Queens with Attitude podcast, the producer of all. Make sure y'all check out Queens with Attitude podcast, Pussy Talk podcast, Deep Dope Conversation podcast, AAA podcast, Product of the 80 podcast. I'm on everything. My name is attached to every fucking thing. And if you like shirts, like my girl Jazz said, ACS Custom Designs as well. But you can call me savagely humble. You understand?
Okay, she be working. Next person, go ahead.
I go. Hey, it's Jazz, aka Miss Trinae, Miss Tolbert, whatever you want to call me, coming out of Atlanta. I ain't like Annie, but I'm starting. I'm trying to get them, get my nail business up and running, but other than that, I'm here.
And this is Dennis from you want me to this is Dennis coming out of
Wilmington. Oh, now you was talking. Go ahead.
No, you go. No, go ahead. It's on you.
Man, listen. Why you go ahead and introduce yourself?
What do y'all niggas don't go?
I got you, bro. I got you.
Dennis,
yo, what's going on? It's your boy Reese from Corporate Cast Kids podcast from Youngstown, Ohio. Getting it in with my homie Laura. Feel me? Youngstown is in the building, by the way.
Rio. Go ahead, Dennis. Introduce yourself, sir.
Yeah, this is Dennis coming from Youngstown, Ohio. Now residing in Wilmington, North Carolina. Got a lot to say.
Yo, it's your boy Brian from Youngstown, 330 stand up. What up?
Shaka.
Yeah, everybody, peace. It's your Shaka coming from Brooklyn, New York.
And the best. Come on, give me some of that sensual, bro. Where you be?
Right, who you be?
Who you be? Don't be trying to use our slang because I'm from Brooklyn too.
Who you be?
Don't do it.
Lord.
Come on, Aaron, where we at? We're the sensual.
Oh, is it my turn?
It's your turn.
It's time for the lovely.
My bad. I couldn't hear anything, so I had to reset myself. But all right, hold on. Jazz, this for you.
Oh my God.
Hello, ladies. This is your boy, Sexual Chocolate, aka Allah the Great, aka Aaron Allah, aka Lexington, Tennessee, Pookie. Coming here to show all of you love. That doesn't matter, Jazz. I know that just tantalizes you when you hear me say it.
No, it's confusing.
What?
Girl, I don't know what the fuck he be on. I think
We're gonna have to give him another one. KBA, the Petty King. You gotta give him the Petty
definitely
King.
fucking petty.
So let's go ahead and get us started. Why we're here today.
All right. So as you guys all know, the Oscars was last night. And I didn't tune in because the Oscars are still so white. So I didn't tune in. But apparently our homeboy Will showed up. And he showed up. And he said, "What do the foul finger say to the face?"
Snack.
So my question to you guys is literally, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so behind. So should Will Smith have consequences for smacking Chris Rock? That's what I want to start with. Annie, go ahead.
Fuck no. Hell, no. I'm sorry. No. Let me tell you how I feel about this. That man is from Philly. That man, what he said? West side of Philly, born and raised, right? You don't play with niggas from. But my problem with this whole situation is Chris is from Brooklyn, so he made me feel some type of way. Like, bro, we don't even roll like that. Like, nigga, you was like,
That's
Will
Pookie.
Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Nigga, what? He's supposed to, you supposed to lay that nigga out on the stage. But I feel that Will shouldn't have no consequences because Chris Rock been poking at their ass for a long time.
Facts.
And clearly that shit been building up. But this particular situation, Jada has a issue that's going on, and you poke front of her in the midst of this issue that they're going through. And like they always say, you don't know what people fucking going through behind closed doors. You don't know what's happening. And you turn around and call her G.I. Jane. My nigga, what? But this is not the first time we've seen Jada with a buzz cut either. So why tonight you felt the need, last night you felt the need to poke fun at her about the situation, but they also don't be expecting Will to react the way that he reacted last night. That's what really fucked him up. Will don't react that way. Will be like, he shrugs everything off and he laugh about everything. Last night, you definitely saw Philly, and I see him post like, you don't let nobody from Philly and Baltimore come out because you know we're going to cause havoc.
And he had to fix that three-piece too.
Hey, he was like, shit, keep my wife's name out your
when he was walking away, adjusting that, all I seen was Jim West. And I'm like, oh, hell no, that's Jim West. He's a desperado from the West for sure.
Let's get our other guest, our special guest here. Your first thoughts and overall impressions of what happened last night.
Marcus. Or I'm sorry,
me? Oh,
class.
Okay. First of all, I got one thing to say. This is for Will Smith. Play it for me.
Giving him donkey?
It's the reason why he's a donkey. It's the reason.
Why?
Because he ain't pull up on August like that. This nigga, I thought he was. Let me finish. That nigga thought that he was fucking Birdman on Breakfast Club on Chris Rock. I'm gonna pull up on you, nigga. Nah.
Put some respect on my
Will
name.
Smith is tender dick. That's what he is. He's tender
but
dick.
why we gotta be a tender dick though?
Because Jada said he was.
Jada said he was a tender dick. I'm pretty sure
she even said it.
Okay.
All right, so that's your first overall impressions of it. Yeah,
he's a tender dick for that. If Martin Lawrence had said something when he had Martin Lawrence,
all right.
Yes, I think he would have. But Martin would have had enough respect not to do that.
So Shaka, what you think?
Listen, Will Smith is 6'3", 220 pounds of pure fucking muscle.
Yep.
And what set you off is Chris Rock. Chris Rock, small, frail ass. Like really, you get points off.
COVID body right now, though, Shaka.
You get points. He got trained to fight by Muhammad Ali's boxing team, and you choose to get your jollies off on Chris Rock. Who the fuck knows that Jada has alopecia?
Everyone.
Everybody.
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know he knows?
Hey, lady.
How do you know that he knows?
He doesn't. He doesn't. They came out. They didn't know.
I don't trust until it comes out his mouth. I don't trust it.
Even if he did know, it's alopecia. Alopecia does nothing but ruin a person's vanity. It's not like it's something that fucking hurts you. No, it takes away your hair. Boo hoo hoo. Half these bitches wear wigs anyway.
Yeah, but
okay,
fuck out of here.
All right,
I gotta hit that header on that one.
Hang on.
You're a whole goofy for that.
We gotta have everybody have their first impression. Is that your first impression? Is that all?
Yes, he a whole fucking goofy for that.
Let's go ahead and go to Dennis, and then we'll move to LeBron, and then Jazz.
Brandon's trying to draw militant today.
Yeah.
Well, with me, I think that Will was completely wrong because we're to the point that as men, we're becoming weak. No offense to the women, but women act on emotion. Men, we're supposed to be stronger than that. And for him to take a joke or take Jada acknowledging him to go up there to defend her honor over a joke and to smack a man, assault a man, and he's getting praised for committing a crime while Chris Rock is sitting here getting cussed out over a joke.
So you seen Jada nudge him up there.
Overall impressions first.
Her eyes. Let me tell you, her eyes. She gave the eye roll, and it was said.
She gave an eye roll. It was. That don't mean go knock that dude out.
Let's get the first impressions off before we start talking. Let's not rebut.
Okay, so it came out at the table that she said something to Will that set him off because he was laughing at the joke. So, according to him, last something. It's you can just look on Twitter. You can look. I mean, it's just there's different views. There's different views for cameras. But here's the last point. The thing that set me off is the fact that you got all these women on Facebook praising this man potentially getting an assault charge, and now they're going to have men acting in the same way, which is why there's so much violence in the streets right now. Yeah. But that's we'll talk about that later on in the pod.
All right, so let's go Ron, then Jazz, and then Aaron.
All right, so I understood why he did it. You know, the defendant's wife honor, I get that. But it's a time and place where he should have did that, pulled that brother to the side and was like, what's wrong with you? You know, because it took away from his glory. Ain't nobody talking the fact that he won the best actor Oscar. They talking about one bad decision that this man made. And it's like, as a people, as a minority, that makes us take two steps back, because then you got people that's not minorities like ourselves saying, and these fools talking about Black Lives Matter. How can Black Lives matter when they disrespect each other by doing stuff like this? It's just a general, just making us take a step backwards. Like, you know, it was that situation could have been handled much better.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We men, you don't, and all there is words.
Yep.
We give power to words. We live in a country where that's the number one thing. The First Amendment, freedom of speech. You can say anything you want. I could talk about every one of y'all. That don't give you the opportunity to hit me for it.
Actually, it doesn't protect my actions after that. It only protects your speech of what you want to say out your mouth.
All right, so let's go ahead and get Jazz in. Go ahead, Jazz.
So, I'm with Annie on that one. I don't think he should have no consequences, because if it was me, I would have smacked the shit out of him too. And that's all I gotta say.
Gotcha. Go ahead, Aaron.
All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really been thinking about this, and quite frankly, somebody talk about my wife like that, especially when they've been continuously doing it. Yeah, I'm smacking the fuck out of you where you stand.
Ooh,
where you act up is where you get smacked. Where you act up is where you get smacked up.
Yeah. Okay.
Since you thought that it was okay for you to be able to say it on towards that public stage, I ain't waiting for us to go backstage so people can have rumors if Will Smith did it. No, y'all know for a fact I did that.
See, I said that shit earlier.
All right.
Like, I smacked you in public, so now you know publicly not to do that.
Let me go ahead and get.
To be honest with you,
hold on.
To be honest with you, I've already threatened to do worse to my kids for getting smart with my wife. You think I'd let a stranger do it in front of my wife in public? Yeah.
But that's part of the game.
Hold on. Because everybody has to talk.
Part of the game they in.
Not everybody knows.
Sensitive as fuck.
Well, I think everybody got their general point out.
Yeah, then it's you and me. So let me go ahead and get mine, and then we'll give it to you. So my personal views on this, when I first saw it, I felt like it was the comedy side of what he did is completely diminished. Comedy is now no longer something that we can actually use as a way to just forget about the world anymore, because now we have to be careful of who we're offending. But comedy's not meant to offend. It's meant to push the boundaries of real life scenarios. Chris Rock's entire life has always been a joke, right? He's been using it for his jokes for the longest. And also another one who pushes boundaries is Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle didn't get canceled, right? So people came after him, but never attacked him, right? He never got attacked for his stuff. But what Will Smith did to just walk up on stage and attack a comedian, that risks the lives of every comedian here now.
That wasn't an attack.
If somebody feels
it was a fucking attack. It was an attack.
And start attacking an panelist, you know, someone who's
I can't wait to
performing
answer.
a show. They're in trouble.
That was not an attack.
It was
That
an
was
attack.
an attack.
That was a watch motherfucking mouth.
Hang on.
That's
All right, now hold on, Brandon, please, let me say this. Let me ask you the Jazz.
Go ahead, bro.
So if The Rock is not an attack because he smacked Chris Rock, so if The Rock said that and Will Smith smacked him, is it an attack then?
No.
It's only an attack because we know that Chris Rock can't beat Will Smith.
We don't know.
It's not an attack.
Okay, so
I'll leave it alone.
My question is this, though. My question is this.
Let me hold on one second, Marcus. Let me say two things. First of all, I agree with Andy and Jazz. The disrespect had to be met with the same level of disrespect, just a one up. You know what I'm saying? And to Brandon, when you said comedians back in the day had free range to kind of say what they want to say without repercussions of their actions, those comedians also used to reach out to the celebrities that they were going to talk about. Like when Dave Chappelle, when he was going to say something about Rick James, he used to let Rick James know, or even Eddie Murphy. So there was a level of respect, so there wouldn't be no offensiveness. And then what you said about Dave Chappelle and him not being canceled, no, he wasn't canceled, but Dave Chappelle did disappear for a very, very long time, and he had to go and take care of his mental health before he can come back and to address this. And I see it from both points. I feel bad. I don't feel bad for Chris. Hell no. I just don't want Will to let this follow him, and we forget the fact that he finally won an Oscar. And why did it have to take for us to say the Oscars is so white for this man to finally get the respect that he was due, because he should have been at an Oscar.
It's already been forgotten about. People that matter, aka white folks, are not even addressing Will. Now the focus is on alopecia. So again, Jada has already made Will look like a fucking goofy again. He didn't sacrifice himself. Now the Oscar is not, the focus is not even on his Oscar. Now it's on alopecia. Jada has successfully made this nigga look like a goofy all over again.
Yeah, he's at risk of losing his Oscar.
And y'all, the females, applaud this goofy shit.
Can I say
he's at risk of losing his Oscar.
Go ahead.
Let's call that in the chat. He's gonna lose his Oscar.
Let Andy go real quick, guys. Go ahead.
You were saying that the slap is taken away from people acknowledging him winning the Oscar. Guess what? They wasn't going to acknowledge it for long. They was going to acknowledge it last night, and that was going to be it. Either way it went, if the slap happened or not, they was gonna applaud him last night, and today nobody would have been. I mean, by Tuesday, let's get it right. Nobody will be talking about how he.
That's with all awards.
And that is with all awards. That's absolutely true. So the slap is not taken away from him, because we definitely saw him win that motherfucking Oscar, and we applauded him. We were happy for him. All the blogs and all the socials and whatever, make sure everybody's seen that he won the Oscar. But that slap is more important. He's
trending for the slap.
It's not about him winning an Oscar. It's about Jada.
It's about Jada. It's not about Will. It's about Jada.
That wasn't his moment. It was Jada's moment.
Y'all gotta think about the world we live in. Shit is more of an entertainment thing than anything. We want to see shit that's entertaining. We don't give a fuck for real who win an award. We want to see some.
That's why they need that shit.
But suppose this shit. Suppose this shit. Hold on. Let me get this off, Jack, real quick, and I promise I'll let you have it. Suppose this shit went really fucking left. Like, suppose Chris Rock is like a attempted black belt and nobody knows it, and he hauled off and whooped Will Smith's ass.
Also, but listen, also the problem.
This shit could have went really fucking left.
Listen, but look, true facts. But why didn't they never cut the camera? Why didn't they go to commercial? Why did they keep recording that shit? And then he smacked the shit. He was the
because
as soon as he walked up and smacked that man, that shit was supposed to.
They knew what was going to happen. They knew.
Because it's white people want to see niggas. White.
Go ahead, Marcus.
I want to add to that. This my thing. Okay, me as an entertainer.
1 second, one person at a time. Go ahead, Marcus. Then you.
Listen, me as an entertainer, I'm on the stage. I'm talking shit about somebody. Mind you, I'm an entertainer. Somebody else an entertainer. If you're from your town, I'm gonna say this. T Sly. Me and T Sly do a show. I'm talking shit about T Sly. We get paid. He talks shit. He come up on stage. He smack me. Is that okay for him to smack me while I'm on stage doing my job?
Yep.
Well, have you been talking shit about him for years and years and years?
First of all, hell no.
Well, everybody talks about them.
But
he made a joke about fucking her in 2016 that wasn't even an off-color joke. Like, what the fuck is the big? Why are people so fucking sensitive?
Let me piggyback off of that last one right there. What Homegirl just said. 2021, the MTV Movie Awards, right? MGK and Conor McGregor got into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
He threw alcohol in his face, and they went straight to commercial on that.
Right.
Went straight to commercial. They could have done the same shit, but they went straight. Hear me out, D.
But that was before the awards started.
Yeah, but
that was pre-show.
It was doing. It was, and then they had something backstage. But
Conor shouldn't be in trouble either. Kevin Gates shouldn't be in trouble.
You guys, hang on. Let him get it out.
I don't want to turn this shit into a black. I don't want to. My bad, Jack.
Let him get it out. Go ahead.
I'm just saying that they cut that shit. You ain't hear no spot. They cut commercials. They could have did the same shit last night.
Mm-hmm.
They could have.
And this is on a bigger station than MTV.
It really is.
So they got more people watching.
And they have more people watching, so they could have cut that shit.
And LeBron,
but they didn't.
To piggyback off what you're saying, then you can go, Shaka, and then we're gonna move on with the question. To piggyback off what you're saying, LeBron, after I kind of rewatched it over and over, and I seen how Chris Rock kind of tightened his body, he was definitely prepared for that slap. And that joke was definitely something that was questionable before he went out there. And I really believe the Academy told him, go ahead, our ratings have been low for some years. Let's start some controversy. And they knew that Will was going to take the bait because this man has been pushed against the wall. He's been a meme for too long. He's been the butt of everyone's joke for too long. And so literally they said, go ahead, tell that joke. He told that joke and he got what was coming to him. Now, Chris Rock, now you should not be mad at Will at this point. You should be mad at the people that you're always bowing down to because they set you up for the okie doke. Go ahead, Annie.
You know what? I feel like really what pushed me off the edge when it was at the Pre-Rinse Award show and Laverne Cox was like, "Don't be no entanglements now. Don't have no entanglements." Like people, the shit is just building up. It's not. I don't feel like it's necessarily just all Chris Rock. It's all the shit that people saying that's building up. And he was like, "Man, enough is enough." Shaka, I hear you. It's sensitive. Yeah.
Let me go next.
Okay, let me ask this question, then you can go next. You can go next. I want to ask this question because this is so important. Why aren't celebrities allowed to have a breaking point? Because like you were saying, what Laverne said, I thought it was distasteful. And I'm like, why?
Why would you even say that?
Right. Dennis, go ahead, and then I want someone after Dennis to answer this question.
Two things. Like the whole Chris Rock and he made those jokes on his own because he was just a presenter. He wasn't a host. Like the Academy did not approve of those jokes. He made those jokes. He made it on the fly. Secondly, you mentioned the G.I. Jane. Half of these women that's talking about the joke don't realize G.I. Jane was like an empowerment woman. Like she was one of those women, the strong, like
it's deeper than that, bro.
Like, feminist women. He made that joke, but he made that joke. And it was tasteful because he called her an empowered, strong woman. But people went over his head.
Strong black women a lot. And
no, but G.I. Jane is strong.
Oh, you're a strong black woman, huh? Oh, you know, that's something that's used against us. It can also be a building factor, but a lot of people use that to kind of play against us.
No, but being called G.I. Jane is a compliment. What I'm saying.
It's not.
Look, I get the joke. That bitch look like
deeper than that.
Jada look like Jared Nomack from Blade 2. Let's just keep it all the way 100. That's first off, right? Second, we have no way to know that the Oscars or whatever fucking award show approved or disapproved of Chris Rock's jokes.
So why didn't they turn the camera off when they seen Will walking up on stage? Or why didn't they escort him out?
Right. Why
because
didn't
he's
soon
Will
as he
Smith.
turned around, why they didn't turn that motherfucker off?
Because he's Will Smith.
Nah, I was going by what
he ain't got that much pull.
Yes, he does.
No, because they want to see niggas. They want to see.
Oh, I didn't know because
they want to see niggas do something to each other to prove the birthday point that niggas shouldn't be here.
Yep.
But I don't think.
That set us back.
But
So
I
Miss
don't
Fox should be
think.
mad at the Academy.
Let Jazz go next.
I forgot what I was gonna
What
say.
I think should have happened. I don't think that should happen at all.
Mhm.
Will was laughing, and then Jada probably whispered in his ear, "I'm gonna
Totally
fuck
agree.
August again," and then that's what happened.
Yeah, probably.
Because Will was laughing.
Probably. Like I totally agree with you, Shaka. Like it could have just been like, all right, I'm gonna take it backstage and I'm gonna have a
Marcus
conversation.
after Brandon.
If he wanted to slap him and do whatever he wanted to do, he could have done that behind closed doors. If you notice, Tyler Perry and Denzel went to him during commercial. They had a conversation with him, and they were telling him, "Yo, bro, you probably just embarrassed yourself and everybody else, and you're gonna lose."
Tyler Perry
your
said,
Oscar
"Hey,
now."
listen, I'm gonna act like I'm gonna condone you, but nigga, you smacked the shit out of him."
Tyler Perry said, "Can I suck your dick backstage?" That's what he said.
Hang on.
Oh, damn.
So- No. What I'm saying is now what they did was they told him like you're now your Oscars under scrutiny and you're gonna get your stuff pulled because they're
It's not gonna
literally
get pulled.
the
It's not gonna
Academy.
get pulled because the people
I'm
we
telling
gonna set.
Look
I
at
know
the
what
report.
Denzel
The
told him.
Academy has put him on
I'm gonna tell
notice.
y'all.
They're gonna
I'm
take it
gonna tell
away
y'all
from
what
you.
Denzel told him. Denzel
Now.
told him, "You know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up, right? You know you fucked up, right? You the fucked up,
Denzel was
nigga."
like, "My
So we
nigga,
just gonna act like we just gonna act like we just said about Tyler Perry, right?
my nigga," and then he made the Denzel look. He was like,
All right, let
My
Marcus go.
nigga.
Go ahead, Marcus. What you got to add?
First of all, we ain't gonna act like we ain't hear what he just said about Tyler Perry. He maybe did ask him to suck a dick, but for real, the G.I. Jane shit is.
Come
the
on,
G.I.
y'all.
Jane.
That's so disrespectful.
Listen. The G.I. Jane thing kind of deeper than that because if y'all know Demi Moore, right?
Right.
Y'all know Demi Moore, right? That's Bruce Willis' wife, right?
Yeah.
Then she cheat on her husband with a younger dude after Kusher.
They all did,
Yeah.
man. Every
Yeah.
celebrity
It's
did.
deeper than the alopecia thing. That's what I think he was talking about.
He said alopecia.
G.I. Jane too, because she's going to fuck these little niggas again.
Go ahead, Jazz.
Gotta be
"That's what
100
it
here.
was." She was like, "I'm gonna fuck August again if you don't do something." I'm telling you.
Oh my
She
god.
straight said, "Well, I'm gonna cheat again."
Will had no
One more
choice.
time, you gonna do
That
shit.
It's either I do something now or she's gonna emasculate me on that period table later.
My brothers won't let no one disrespect me. So I'm for sure that my husband is not going to let someone disrespect me without stepping. Because if
Let me know where the
I
disrespect
remember-
is.
Listen. I remember
Everywhere.
I was 7 years
What
old.
the fuck?
I was. What did he say?
Let me know what the disrespect is if he doesn't know that she has alopecia. That could
We
just be
talking
her
about
fucking
Shaka.
look.
Shaka rules
But it's
Shaka
not.
disrespect.
It's not Chris Rock's fault. She looked like Golden Frieza.
Rock knew he was poking hair.
I like Dragon Ball, by
This
the way.
nigga is.
She looked like Krillin off of Dragon Ball. That's who she looked like.
Come on, wait a minute. First, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hey, hush. Everybody hush real quick. First of all, what we not going to do is we not going to come for women who actually suffer from that. We have teenage girls who suffer from that, okay? That is something that they cannot help. There are young girls that hide in bathrooms, that have to wear wigs, and they go through this bullying for something that they cannot control. And sometimes with alopecia, you don't have any eyebrows, you don't have any eyelashes, and this is something that this woman has spoke out about for so long. So let's not act like it doesn't matter what someone is going through. These people are human too. If you
don't know,
one too many times, this fat bitch will beat your ass. Period.
And if you don't know, but if you don't know, then how you gonna take offense? Now, if Will said it, there's no way to predict that
he said it because he said it wasn't that bad. But you knew that it was hurtful. These are people you called your friend. You worked on Madagascar with her for so many years. So what I'm saying, it definitely can be more than what we're seeing. This man has had a relationship with these people for a long time.
But maybe we should all save our opinions until the full story comes out. Then
You see that comment?
Maybe we should all save our opinions until the facts come out.
Look at that comment real quick, Allure.
That comment just made me
back
feel
up.
some kind of way. Is that a white woman? Please tell me it's
like,
No.
No, that's
Demona.
Demona D. Walker said ignorant black people.
Yeah,
Dennis, I was with you real quick. I got close, like, hold the hell on.
Right.
No, but let me say something.
That made me feel some type of way, but I ignored it.
let me say something real quick. This is the biggest problem, okay? And this is the reason why I flipped out about it was because you have us black men going to jail, getting shot by doing stupid things like this, smacking people over our women's feelings being hurt. And that's the problem. Like, it's like any normal, sane man would have took that joke and would have talked to him after the fact, or would have embarrassed him when he won that award, like put it in the speech. But for him, for black women to be
on my hand right now, that if they would have disrespected their wives on that stage, they'd have stepped on that stage. Let me see. The Rock ain't playing no games about his woman.
The Rock ain't.
Okay.
It's a joke, guys.
On that stage.
It's a joke. Y'all can't be so sensitive, man. It's a joke.
That's not a funny
It's not a
joke.
joke.
Though.
Listen, Jada and Will was trying to create a movement back in 2016 when they said hashtag the Oscars are so white. Chris Rock got on that stage and dogged Jada. He ain't say nothing about Will. He came only for that woman.
No, he did say something about Will.
He said 2 seconds of Will.
Hey, the morning he said that he was wrong.
No, he said he got 20 million for doing Wild Wild West. He stole 20
That
million
wasn't
from Wild Wild
nothing. That wasn't
So
nothing.
what?
He said
Because he spoke about her
panties, and Jada didn't get an invitation. What he tried to do was demean Jada and try to say that her career was nothing compared to his, and that she really did not matter, and she was only there because of her husband. He tried to demean her in a very.
You got that from that. He clearly said she wasn't invited to the Oscars.
To the line. If you can't decipher certain things, then just say that shit.
You're also just looking for reasons to validate your point, which is moot.
Big question with this one. But did she, when Clumps were getting talked about on Not the Professor, she ain't do shit?
Yep.
That's a whole fact. She ain't stand up for Professor Clump. She ain't stand up for Professor Clump, yo.
Will Smith. Listen.
And then, brother.
She told the whole world this man got a tender dick.
Bro, and I'll piggyback off what she said about Professor Clump. I'll piggyback off what you said about Professor Clump. Not only, but when she found out that Professor Clump went through all these transformations for her, she left the nigga.
Damona said, I feel the shit took place on television, but I understand why it did. This is a great chat. Oh, thank you, Damona.
Yeah, it shouldn't have happened in public.
It shouldn't have happened at all. There's no reason for that shit to have happened.
No, he had an issue.
The only way to justify that shit is if Will was to told him beforehand, like, yo, no jokes about me and my wife, God, and then he did it anyway. That's the only way that justifies that shit. Yo.
Somebody else jump in, because Shaka is
like Shaka ass.
It's still that joke. It wasn't funny.
Listen, Will would have died that night.
You wanna know what I just noticed?
Like, I thought that it was just a normal stylist. She looked great with her hair like that.
She
like
does.
some women got good hair like that. She looked real fine as hell. Like, also, I mean, so I
bullshit.
But that's why she wore head scarves or head wraps for a very long time, because she didn't embrace it. She wasn't ready to embrace it.
Man,
and she's getting comfortable with it. Aaron, you got something to say? Go ahead.
Yeah.
I can see why, like, y'all brothers is the reason why dudes are being called simps and stuff like that. Like, y'all don't know how to love a woman anymore.
No, Will is the reason. Jada is the reason men be called simps.
No. That's not the reason why. Y'all do realize that there was the other man that was in love with Jada used to rap about the fact that the only thing we supposed to be doing is taking care of our black women. But because a man actually decides for the fact that he decided that, hey, you disrespect my wife, I'm gonna take up for her. Now all of a sudden he's a what did you call him, a shrimp dick?
No, he said tender.
Those are Jada's
honestly,
words.
I've been tuning y'all out for a lot of this tonight, so I just hear bits and pieces of what y'all saying.
Those are Jada's words.
Y'all have hold up. Let me say what I'm going to say to piss y'all off real quick, and then y'all can rebuttal that, because what y'all are being very ignorant towards the fact that y'all raised by black women. Y'all were born from black women, but yet y'all but you said what?
This guy.
He said his mom is
Brandon.
white.
Okay, Brandon. We know.
Anyway.
Okay, Brandon.
Jazz.
I'm not perfect black for no reason.
Jazz.
Just say that.
Go ahead. You got something to add, Jazz?
Yeah, like how Shaka was saying, it was just a joke, and I guess people should take it as a joke, but it's not a joke. It's not a funny joke. Like, what if she didn't have alopecia and she was a cancer patient, and he said that shit? Would it still be a joke?
Would it?
And
but
if he knew,
that wasn't the whole meaning.
If he knew, that makes the difference. If he knew and still made the joke, that's what makes the difference. We have no proof that says that he knew or if he didn't. Once that comes out, we revisit the conversation.
But everybody knows that anybody that watches the the Red Table Talk, they know
all that shit.
They know.
But nobody watches.
Nobody watches that bullshit.
Watch it. What are you talking about?
No, it's not that nobody don't watch it. It's just y'all.
Toxic women watch that shit.
All y'all watch is one-legged strippers all day. Y'all don't never watch no educational.
No, I watch.
Wait, where's their one-legged stripper at? Because I'm dying to see this. I heard one-legged stripper.
Go ahead. Let my co-host go. Go ahead, B.
All right. So I have already stated the situation could have been handled differently. I agree with LeBron, and it could have been taken behind closed doors. He could have just told him during commercial break that it's messed up what you did. Please, if ever again you do something like that, I'll handle you. And he can handle him because obviously he knows how to fight. But
that's still questionable. That's slap. That's slap.
But me personally,
it definitely was a little sass in that slap.
That slap up. He was sitting there talking. Keep pulling back.
Let me state this.
It was a little sass in that slap.
But let me state this: like, violence is never an answer.
It was a Haruken.
To solve any problem. Just go off of that, all right? Because it's never an answer. Because you know what? You just taught everybody, the millions of little ethnicities, all the minorities in the world, all the little minority kids that look up to Will. It's okay to slap somebody because they disrespect you.
You sure the hell is.
Rather than have a conversation first, because that's what we're teaching. We're teaching violence now, and that's not good.
Yep.
No matter how mad you get, deterrence is always good to try to talk the situation. We should be able to have a conversation and then talk about how that made us feel. How I'm just feeling really frustrated because everything that's happening in my life is boiling over, and I don't know what's going to happen next. So please don't do that because I don't want to hurt somebody.
Okay,
we can talk about it.
Let me say this real quick.
Yep.
So the question was, why aren't celebrities allowed why aren't celebrities allowed the same breaking point as everyone else? So Jazz, because I do want you to answer this, Jazz. Why is it that in everyday life we teach our children to go to school, and if the bully mess with you, say something to the teacher, right? Now, if the bully bothers you again, mommy's coming up to school, we're gonna talk to the principal. Now, if the bully bothers you again, whoop that ass, because that's what we teach our kids, right? So do celebrities not get to this point? Are they not allowed to get to this point?
No. I don't know about how you teach it. I teach my son, if somebody put their hands on you, you whoop that ass.
You whoop that ass. Ain't no talking to teachers. Fuck out of here.
I want Jazz to answer this because Jazz hasn't got a chance to answer too much.
I haven't. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. So, I feel like they're not allowed to have that breaking point because it's like they're in the spotlight and the money too. Yeah, so it's like they're in the spotlight. So it's like they expect you to be in the spotlight and always be happy-go-lucky all the time, and it's like shit like that don't work. 'Cause you see, like with that shit with Tyrese, you see how that shit, you know what I mean? How they made it a whole damn joke because he was really hurt. He was really feeling some type of way. So, but
I definitely don't think
protect our black men because they should be allowed to be emotional and they should be allowed to make mistakes. Let's protect our black men, okay?
They should 1000% be able to make mistakes. Do I think it was a bigger issue than the joke for Will Smith? Absolutely. And the issue was sitting right next to him.
Here you go. What bitch hurt you, dog? Because I mean,
didn't I say that earlier?
I'm just no, for real. Like,
as soon as you start putting these niggas in a place, they say, "Oh, you hurt, you bitter, you get."
Bring it in. Come on. My man sound like he been hurt before. Come on, give me a hug. Come on.
Come on. All right, guys, real quick. We gotta say that.
Beta.
No, my man, not you.
Hold on. Let me read this
comment. Dashing me. Like I had to jump into a good time.
Hey, Mr. Class, hush.
Jesse Lee Peterson voice. Beta.
Hush. Okay, so Damona Walker said, you can tell Will has so much built up shit in him. He is tired, but that doesn't mean put your hands on others. I get that, Damona. You're right.
Damona, come on.
It doesn't mean that shit.
But sometimes we snap.
I'm different.
Cause shit, I be about to sleep in this mother sucker when they eat the last Oreo. So I know damn well he felt some type of way.
So could I ask y'all?
The problem is sitting right next to him. That's the thing. All of this. Hold on, I got to get this off because now this is the same shit I said to Laura yesterday. All these things that's going on with Will Smith is based on an atmosphere that Jada created.
Oh Jesus!
He doesn't have this problem. She's the one on the red table calling him a tender dick. She's the one saying that their relationship sucks. She's the one that stepped out on him. She's the reason niggas is on the internet clowning him all fucking day. So is he allowed to is he allowed to have a see? This is your only defense when a nigga is whipping your ass. Because none of y'all have made valid points, only speculation.
Yeah, but that shit on here, man.
None of y'all have made valid points, only speculation.
You need a hug. You need a
none hug. None of y'all have made a valid point. You only have speculation.
Is doing that?
And that's a fact. That's none of y'all have made valid points.
You can't talk to black women.
You can't.
Let Annie go.
You can't.
You saying that, Shaka, but if he was doing the right things and made the relationship what it's supposed to be, she would never had to do those things. It has to go both ways.
Do we know this?
I am a married lady.
He said he made his mistakes.
Okay, if he did the shit that he was supposed to do, I wouldn't be ready to get rid of the nigga right now. You cannot just blame her because it's somewhere in the atmosphere he fucked up and didn't make sure his relationship was right. So she had to take the fuck off and figure it out.
Do we know that?
She did.
Do we know it?
We never know. Most people can conclude that 2 + 2 = 2. Most people can conclude
what
that
information do you have?
We don't know everything that happened behind closed doors.
Exactly. Because Will could have been the
Shaka, the only reason why her shit came to light because this pussy ass nigga August felt some type of way.
Right.
And that was it. If he would have never opened his mouth, we would have never known.
Great. Okay, cool.
Annie, let's reel it back.
Now, y'all. And how does Jada concrete that argument? She goes by dogging him every fucking opportunity she gets.
Hey, well,
let's reel it back.
Hold on. B-Vaz, I'm so sorry. But we wouldn't know anything. We wouldn't know anything about their relationship had Jada not been the one talking.
We're doing the.
So this is an atmosphere. B-Vaz, please let me get this off. This is all the atmosphere that
he created. Co-host, actually, pause real quick. Just let him, and then you can go. Okay.
No, that's it. It's just an atmosphere that she created. That's it.
Okay. So
you know what I'm saying?
Let's get the questions out. Let's answer the questions, and then we rebut. So the question is, why aren't celebrities allowed to have a breaking point? So let's answer that question, and then we rebut after that, okay?
They are allowed to have breaking points, but that ain't it.
But I think with celebrities that they're so much on a high caliber of status, and, they got so many people that look up to them. Especially if somebody would have told me last year that Will Smith would have smacked somebody in the Oscars, I would have told you why. Not Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
I was like, that ain't even his character. He only just touched his albums.
I saw that shit.
But we hope, especially our black celebrities, we put them on this high standard.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's the one thing. Go ahead. Somebody else answer the question. Then I'll go.
Go ahead, Annie. I want Annie to answer it. She's got to go.
Well, I think they should definitely have a breaking point because, i.e., they're human. I mean, there's no other explanation as to why they should have a breaking point. If you could have a breaking point, you can have a breaking point. Why the hell can't celebrities have a breaking point? At the end of the day, we all bleed the same. The only thing that's different is the money.
Yep.
Everything else is the same. So why shouldn't they be allowed? But like Jazz said, they're in the spotlight. They're under a microscope. They're always looked at, and they have to appear perfect, but nobody's perfect.
Right.
Nobody's perfect, and everybody go through. Every one of them celebrities is going through something behind closed doors, and 95% of them is depressed as hell. And they have to mask it just so they can keep on, keeping up that image that they have. But that's it for me. Thank y'all for having me. I'm going to take a nap.
Thank you.
Sis gonna be up all night.
Have a good
Bye,
night.
y'all.
Thank you.
Peace.
All right, so let's go ahead. Shaka, you already answered. Let's go to Dennis. Let's get his answer, and then we'll hear Aaron.
This is going to be short for me because I think that celebrities, the money that they're making, that's one of the challenges they have to deal with. When you get paid, that's part of that's like an NBA player. You're going to get screamed at, but that's part of the job. They know that's part of their job, being an actor or actress or whatever. So I think that they just got to deal with it, and they can't really flip out because ultimately, now what Will Smith did was set itself up in the future to where he's going to have people when he goes to the mall, he goes anywhere, he tries to go to any store, people are going to be testing him to try to get him to react the same way so they can sue him. So he set himself, he set celebrities back, and that's the biggest issue with that's why he should never have done it, because he not only set himself up, and now Chris Rock is going to get tested because people think he's weak. So,
Chris Rock got to go home and explain to his babies why he let another man put his hands on him and ain't do shit. That's fucked up.
Yep. Yeah, Brooklyn ain't gonna look at him the same.
Damn right.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where he's from. The fact is, it's Will Smith. Like, come on, man.
But what about Will though? What about Will? I get what you're saying.
No, Will was wrong. It doesn't matter. He's so much smaller.
Let me say this real quick. If Chris Rock would have made a joke about August Alsina and walked up on that stage and smacked, if Will would have smacked him for that joke, I would have been like, Will, you're totally out of line for smacking him for that joke because your wife created that circumstance for you. So you had to take that up for your wife, okay?
She created this circumstance.
Wait a minute. But now when he attacked her here in her condition, that's different. That's different because now you're attacking something that she can't control. She can't control that her body is fighting itself, basically. You understand what I'm saying? So I support that he stood up in that moment for his wife because he probably was like, you know what? I'm tired of shit. I'm tired of people stepping on me. People called Will weak because he didn't beat August behind. People called Will weak because he stayed with his wife. People called Will weak because shit, he didn't smack her. Some people really wanted this man to flip out and do some ghetto stuff. But what they didn't understand is he's been married to that woman for 20 plus years. We don't know what they've been through. We can't totally tell somebody what they should do in their marriage because guess what? I don't know the circumstances of their marriage. I don't know the work they put in. I don't know the things that Will has done. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, like you said, now Chris Rock has to sit here and tell his baby somebody smacked him. Will sat on that stage and he had to make a move. And it's like today, if you let this man challenge your manhood today and challenge your wife,
she's gonna go for August.
It's not about her. It's never gonna go. She won't live it down. It's okay for someone to humiliate your wife. LeBron, let me ask you a question.
It's a joke.
Hush. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell y'all hush. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
LeBron, someone embarrassed your wife, right? And now this made her feel so bad. And you see this woman on the brink of tears, and y'all in a public space. You don't necessarily have to respond with violence, but you're not telling me that you're not going to step and say, "Listen, yo, you need to correct this."
I'm a check them, but I don't have to put my hands on another individual. If I put my hands on another individual, because he said the words, and what happened? You don't know what type of individual you putting your hands on. First of all,
that's
because he might not be a manly. He might just want to call the cops and press charges on me. So then, guess what? That leaves me that 10-second moment just gave me hours of pain coming out my pocket, bonding out, going to court. all that stuff. So you have to think. You have to think what you do first of all.
Right. But you still
different. If somebody came at my woman like that, I would check them like, look, respect my woman. And if it went on and so on, okay, then I remove myself and my woman away from the situation because I ain't got to be around you.
Right. And if Will doesn't protect Jada, who else is?
Hold on, Lord.
Jada need to protect Will too.
Yeah, you can choose who you want to be around with you and your party. That's the fact that you can control your own environment. See, I allow who I want in my environment.
Right.
You can, and that's the thing. That's self-control.
That's correct. Now I'm gonna let someone else, anyone else want to go because we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Shaka, you know what? You've been giving us some real entertainment tonight. I feel you though.
You're gonna wrap it. Yeah.
I don't understand why y'all feel she should also protect Will. And if it's a situation where like whoever D Rose is, fuck you.
You better chill. That's my daughter, bro. You get stands, Roy, over that one right there. You would catch these.
But this is what happens when people leave. Let me apologize because I don't want to disrespect your daughter, but this is what happens when people say shit and they don't know who the fuck they talking to, right? So let me apologize. I will never disrespect your child, but at the same time, you can't make comments like that and not expect comebacks. That's grown, anyway.
Just like Chris couldn't say what he said and not expect them
to
you just proved the point.
But you do not know. Because if I'm dating you
like that.
Exactly. If I'm dating you, Alora, and somebody says, "Oh, you big bitch," or whatever have you, whatever they say to get disrespectful, that's something I can visually see. You, Miss Alora, have twisted the narrative and said, "Oh, she's on the brink of tears." Jada rolled her eyes. That's all you saw. And then you said,
most people aren't going to see me cry. I am definitely going to roll my eyes first, and I'm going to hold it inside because I have pride.
All right, you have to go with the information that's given.
If I cry, I'm gonna blow this whole motherfucking place up.
But you're adding to a narrative that's not there. You have to go with the information that you're given. Hold on, Dennis. You have to go on the information that's given. You seen her roll her eyes, and that's it.
Go ahead,
we still don't know if Chris knew that she had alopecia. He's a comedian. A comedian makes a joke. Like my man up here, I don't know your name, LeBron.
Yeah.
I would have did the same thing. I already gave dude a warning first. And then after that, whatever your hand calls for is what your hands call for.
Right.
But the way Will did, he did that shit sucker shit. And the way it's all panning out is that the focus is not his award. He looks crazy, and now the world is banding behind Jada for alopecia. So again, Jada made this nigga look like a fool for her benefit. That's why I'm saying Jada's the problem. Jada's the problem.
Okay, can I answer myself real quick?
All right, let me add.
I gotta go.
All right, catch you later.
All right, thanks, Jazz. Love you, Curly.
See you, Jazz. Bye.
Let me. Your no offense. I'm gonna say no offense to the fans, but I had a chuckle inside because your daughter just made my point that she's young. First, is she even 18 yet?
She is. Don't come for my daughter.
Okay, but here's the thing.
I don't have.
Here's the thing. Okay, but here's the thing. She's a young lady, and for her to be telling grown men that they don't have love in their life, like, what did she know about? Like,
first of all, because she's a young lady doesn't mean that she doesn't understand love, and it doesn't mean that she doesn't hold common sense.
But to talk to adults like that, that's okay.
No. She can voice her opinion. She's 18 years old. You better check yourself. First of all.
Okay.
Wait. Let me finish. One, I'm the type of parent that if my child has an opinion, she can voice her opinion as long as she does it respectfully. What she is saying is
that respectful?
From what she's seeing from the two of you, every time you two get on here, you bash women. So sometimes it feels like neither one of y'all have any love in your life, or that you guys have been done wrong by someone who's taken the joy out your life. Someone's broken your trust. And what she is basically saying, where the hell is the love? You guys should have a part.
Okay, so can I
you just proved my point that I've been making to you all night. That's the first thing I said when this meeting began, I said, when women start getting they back to the wall, they get put in their place and challenged on their thoughts, the first thing they say is, "Oh, you're bitter, you're gay, or whatever."
You're bitter,
and then
villains, you're gay. Yeah.
all four of you ladies that's been in the house, you three and your daughter has said the same shit.
She didn't call you gay, nor did she
You
call
assume, you assume where the love is, and that's the same
I'm
thing I said.
confused. Where in her comment did she like insult you though, Dennis?
She insulted me.
Let me pull it back up.
By saying that you don't have no love in your life, I don't feel like that's insulting.
That's not an insult.
That doesn't sound like. Explain that. Let's so that I can understand. Explain to me, either one of y'all two. Where is it that saying that y'all don't have no love in your life is that insulting?
No, she made an observation
she doesn't know.
She doesn't know me. She's talking to me.
She doesn't know who I got in my life.
Only thing I'm asking is, but only thing I'm saying is, how is that insulting? That's the only thing I want to know.
Okay, I should be able to respond to that without. I should be. If you let your daughter comment, then we should be able to respond.
My daughter can comment. My daughter can comment. But when nobody say "fuck my daughter," period.
Nobody said that.
Let me calm down. I'm sorry. Let me calm down. I apologize. Well, nobody say fuck
nobody
my daughter.
said that though.
Yes, he did. Dennis, you don't be actively listening.
Oh, he said he did say that, and he apologized.
And he apologized.
And once I realized who she was, like, cool.
And now I'll take that. I'm sorry, but
it's getting heated, y'all.
Comes to mind, I'm kind of like,
let's
he waits too long.
Try to take
anybody
this.
Anybody who know me know I'm with the shit.
Let's take this down.
Can I finish my point?
Can I say something?
Well, Dennis, I just asked a question though. Like, I just want to know the answer to that question real quick. You've been talking all night, and I haven't asked anything. I haven't said anything, so I just want to know an answer to that. No, I've been silent all night.
No, I haven't talked all night, really. When I saw that comment about the whole not having love in my life, I took it as like another black woman assuming, due to the fact of me not approving of everything that they do, that I don't have love in my life. And that's
why are you attacking the black women about it when I've also said the same thing about you, Dennis?
The reason why she's saying
that.
Why is it? Why? Yes, I've said that to you plenty of times before.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
Dennis, why do you always? No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
So
is it that you're afraid, or you afraid?
About something that 18-year-old said, and we all wrong here. That's
are you afraid of confronting a black man to say the same thing about you that a black woman says?
I didn't like the fact that Dennis said because she's 18, she can't have an opinion.
We've been doing this podcast now for like 8 weeks now, and I don't remember you ever telling me that I don't have love in my life.
Dennis, yes, I have. Dennis, I've said so much. I tell you, Dennis, I'm always blunt to you. I tell you exactly how I feel. I've told you everything that I felt about all of your opinions, yet you've never come at me like that.
Well, here's the thing.
So why get mad at a young girl for saying something that wasn't even degrading towards you?
It wasn't.
And yeah, maybe I am getting a little bit upset because that is my niece. But still, I feel like
we're not supposed to respond to a comment that directly.
You can respond to her comment, but you said she shouldn't have an opinion.
Yeah.
I thought this was your younger daughter. Honestly, I thought this was your 17-year-old daughter.
My daughter's 18 years old.
I thought she was 17, but that's my bad.
But here's the only thing I'm saying, Dennis, is what part of it was degrading to make you upset?
I know 15-year-old, 14-year-old entrepreneurs.
It ain't the fact.
I look at my daughter real quick.
It's the fact that you guys got mad about us responding, or me responding with that comment, and that's what I was gonna do. And you cut me off and took offense to that. That's the reason why I got upset about that.
Because you told me my daughter can have an opinion. It's like
no, it's like
that Fox commentator who told LeBron to shut up and dribble. No one like that. Don't tell some young woman that because she's a certain age that she doesn't have an opinion. She's old enough to vote, so that means that she has an opinion. That means this government trusts this 18-year-old to look at views, go out there and cast a ballot. So she's allowed to have an opinion.
That's not the point.
At all.
That's not the point.
Well, hold on. Can I say something though?
I was responding. Hold on. Wait. I was responding to her comment, and you immediately cut me off and said, "That's my daughter, so you're not going to be talking." And I'm like, "Why is she making comments anyway?" To adult, this is a adult podcast. That's the reason why if I can't respond to your daughter, then she should be making comments with my name in it. She doesn't
But
know
that's the
me.
thing. Why y'all getting mad? If it's not true, why y'all getting mad about it?
It ain't about getting mad. It's the fact that I should be able to respond to somebody that puts my name in a comment.
Right, I understand. But she didn't put your name on it.
No, his name is on it. She
My
said
name is
D.
right there.
She said D Page and Chaka.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. So you guys, she said, what is so wrong? What is so wrong? What is so wrong with her saying that you don't have love in your life? Might have been a joke, but it's certainly things you don't say. What she is saying is y'all can't connect with Will because you guys haven't had that type of love that he has for Jada. That's
she doesn't have the vantage point. How do you know that? She doesn't have the vantage point to actually say that.
Y'all both said that y'all would not step for y'all women. Dennis, you told us on the podcast you wouldn't go to prison if somebody molested your child.
I never said I wouldn't step up for my women. I said I wouldn't step up for that. We had a long conversation last night, me and you and Laura.
Wait. She gotta let me respond to that one. First off, I didn't say that I wouldn't go to jail for my kid. I said that there's a way of doing it. I said that I would have it done behind the scenes if he doesn't get jail time. I'm not gonna go to prison and now my kid doesn't have a provider. That's stupid. And that's backwards. I'm gonna go to jail for 20 years and I'm not gonna have my kid, and that guy might end up living. Okay. Like you're not being reasonable. And then guess what? Nobody's gonna be checking for me when I'm in jail for killing this guy.
You're right.
Nobody's gonna be checking for me. I'm gonna be in jail alone while my kid is gonna grow up alone without her father in her life.
And that's okay.
So
and that's y'all views. And that's y'all views. Okay.
So your husband should go to jail. Your husband should go to jail. Somebody sexually assaulted one of your kids. You want your husband to go to jail instead of your husband doing it another way, trying to get that man locked up.
Listen. I'm gonna speak for me. I ain't gonna speak for my husband because my husband is his own person. The one thing I would never do is put my husband in a position where he has to make a choice like that. You understand? Like I said, I didn't need to call my husband in. Going checking for nobody.
This is what Jada did.
They manipulate the conversation.
I didn't manipulate the conversation. I just said
you just called me out.
Negro. I just said to you, Yvette Kane, aka Alora Dannon, would not put the man that I married in that position. So my husband doesn't have to worry about that. But I will step for mine because that's who I am. You understand? I'm not the woman who's gonna go run to somebody because I gotta go get somebody. No, I'm thoroughbred. I'm gonna go behind.
I'll be right back.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get you, but you know what I'm saying. But you're not gonna take yourself away from your kids. This is what D's trying to say. You're gonna handle it a different way.
Things that you guys don't even know about me. I've been away from my child, my first child. You don't because you guys.
All right, hold on. Let's calm this down. Let's calm this down.
I'm not saying it. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it like I'm saying like this. You're a good
pause.
You know, you're a great mother, but you know what I'm saying. You're gonna go the person you are now. If something was transpired like that, you're gonna go the full extent of the law. You know, I'm not saying you love your kids lesser.
Not now in today's climate, LeBron. I really wouldn't go to full extent in law because you know why? Rapists get probation now. Rapists they walk away now. Being a person who received sexual assault and who was not believed, and then I was told that I was too young to actually go on the stand and testify because I would be torn apart. No one would believe me, so it wasn't pursued. I'm a person who had trauma from stuff like that. And it messed me up in the head. And some days I don't feel all the way there. So for me, receiving that, if someone was to harm my daughter like that or my son like that, I know for a fact I'm snapping.
All right.
So you're gonna kill the man and go to jail?
Done. Dennis, done. We're done. I don't want to hear anymore now. Nobody's kids are gonna get in this. Shaka already apologized. Leave it alone.
And I accept your apology, Shaka.
We're done.
I appreciate it.
And little D, little baby D. Let's try and answer that question without any type of anger or discourse here. All right, let's try and keep this like cordial, but let's just look at this as like no more of we will not cuss at anybody, no matter what their comments are, ever again on the podcast. regardless, everybody has a right to an opinion. If we don't agree, we could just say I don't agree with your words, but I'll answer your question.
No. Why can't
I'll let you say I'm sorry for coming in and out?
You can't. No, because that's
because
wrong.
we want people to interact with us. We don't want to
be aggressive towards anybody because they should be able to ask.
But Shaka, you just told us it wasn't okay for Will to do that to what's name, so we can't be talking to people like that.
I didn't attempt to put my hands on nobody. And that what you just said was I would never put my husband in the position to act like this. That's what Jada's been doing this whole time. Anyway,
right, so let's go ahead and answer the question.
I told you, Shaka, that if he would have, if Chris would have said something about August and Will went up there, I would have felt like Will punching him in that moment would have been wrong because he should have checked at the door with his wife.
It's wrong all the way around, guys. So let's just say violence is wrong, and just a spurt of violence and impulsivity just because we're upset is wrong. We need to push the idea of being able to conversate and be able to handle things as adults. We're not children. What he acted like was a freaking child. Let's get that out of the way. Children act on impulse. He should have known better. His judgment was skewed at that time. Yes, he was sad, but let's try and look at it from other's perspective. Me, if I get into a fight, I go to jail. So let's try and be like that. Let's try and think of like there's consequences to our actions. Will Smith, for the rest of his life, will now look at his Oscar that would have been up in his mantle completely removed because the Academy is never going to vote him in ever again. He can be barred from going to the Oscars and barred from ever being nominated ever again. Got to remember to the seriousness of this extent here that he embarrassed himself for years to come. There's a stain now to Will Smith's name. We can throw all the hood, all the ghetto chants we want about, oh, he rep Philly. Oh, he rep Philly. I don't give a damn about that. You embarrassed yourself as a celebrity, as a mentor, as a leader. You want to be like for the Boys and Girls Club, but now you just taught that if somebody talks wrong about you, you're going to smack them. And if he starts throwing a trend around where kids now in school are going to smack other kids because Will Smith did it, oh, I'm going to Will Smith you. Careful. He became a meme now. So now it's just the problem we're having today is that people are damn sensitive. Let's go ahead and go back to like, let's let jokes be jokes. All in good fun. If you're offended, you know what? Have a conversation after the fact and say, hey, I don't feel like that's a good thing. You're good. You had your little bit, but I don't need to go and retaliate with you with violence. So, Laura, let's go ahead and wrap it up. And let's go ahead and
say nothing.
Your phone was messing up, man. We only have
I know.
Marcus, say what you
I'm going to say something right now. It's the mic on me, but not real stuff. I'm going to be honest. I just don't want everybody saying, Shaka, I'm going to give you a hug when I see you, bro. I know you need one. You too, my brother. Both of y'all.
Hold on.
Hey, bro, don't do it.
We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that. You know what? Let me will it back in because this is my fault.
Like I said,
wait, Marcus, calm down. Oh, hey. This is my fault. I apologize. Let me apologize first of all to Shaka and Dennis. Because I brought the aggression when I got upset and then everybody kind of, I apologize. Shaka, you said you apologized for your comment towards my daughter. I accept that apology. Dennis, you didn't apologize, but I'll apologize to you anyways. So let's bring some positive energy back here because this isn't what we usually go through. And we literally let someone else's situation spin us the hell out of control today. So let me apologize to everyone.
I don't. Okay.
Now y'all know I still got the hood in me, so I am a work in progress because I can still get very hood. But when it comes to my babies, I don't play. But I don't want to insult anyone on here, and if I offended anyone, I apologize. Shaka, you like family. Dennis, you're literally like my brother, so I apologize.
Well,
I kind of made a point because I was there joking and everybody got mad. If I ain't catch on to that.
Somebody get mad. It's just y'all. If we don't agree with what y'all think, so it don't make us wrong, and that's the problem. You guys try to make us wrong, like we're emotionally damaged. We're just messed up people.
Yeah, don't do that shit. And especially me, because you don't know me.
Well,
like,
let me say
we're not like that, so that's not cool. We're not like that at all. I'm just meeting you
I think
today.
it's okay to
So
agree
that's
to
not
disagree.
at all.
Yeah, it is.
I ain't
okay.
gonna lie. I do want to go on your next podcast because y'all lit. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all are lit. I will do this again.
Okay,
If
well,
my phone's bubbling.
let's not insult each other, guys, because you know what.
I apologize,
Jason, you
my
funny,
fellow
man.
brothers.
But
My bad.
But you know, let me
You good, bro.
let me lead with love. Okay, let me
Okay.
lead with love. Let me say some positive things about all of you guys. I'm gonna start with Brandon. Brandon, let me say this. I love you because you are definitely loyal, you are understanding, and you're always able to see things that I can't see when I'm not thinking clearly, and you see the whole picture. LeBron, let me tell you something, yo. I have not seen you in so long, but the person that I used to know was always cool, always funny. You always used to keep me calm when I was about to fight back in the day, Sheridan. So yeah. And you know what, LeBron, I love your points of view, and I can say this right now. I know you're a great father. I know you're a great husband, and I respect all of you guys' views. Shaka, let me come down to you.
Let you come down to me.
You're on the bottom, but you're below her on the things. That's what she meant.
Okay. Go ahead.
She meant that you're
because we had a nice long conversation last night, Laura. So I'm kind of we're gonna have to talk later.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, Shaka, is I appreciate your views. I appreciate when I ask you to come, you show up. And even though I don't always agree with your views, I love that you are an opinionated person and you're not afraid to think freely and say what's on your mind. I respect that about you. We definitely need people like that in the world today because we can't all think one way because this would be a very lame world and no one would be able to see through the things that we need to see through, this disguises and the foolery that people try to pull over our eyes.
Respect, Queen.
Aaron, let me say this to you. Let me say this to you, Fuzz Man, aka the King of Petty. I appreciate you so much. You don't even understand the strength and the respect that you hold. You come on this podcast when you're going through certain things, and you come here, you show up, and you're ready. And even though you're quiet half the time and staring off into space, you come in and you get to it, and I so appreciate it. And your views are always refreshing, and I love you to life. You know that. And Dennis,
I'm not even gonna lie. I was kind of zoned out there. I heard my name for a second.
Wow. She was saying good things about you. Good stuff. Cool. Good stuff. That's all she was doing.
And Dennis, let me say something to you. People don't know Dennis can be a butthole sometimes, but Dennis is also the most caring, the most laid back, and the most coolest person. And he is very thoughtful. We do butt heads from time to time, but that is truly my brother. Because when I call Dennis, Dennis picks up every time. And if he doesn't pick up, then he calls me right back. Hey, what's up? What you need? And I appreciate him. And you know what, Dennis, I do agree with some of your views because some of your views, you are trying to lead people in the right direction. And, you know, sometimes, like I said, we don't agree. But I appreciate you. I respect you as a father, and I respect you as a man.
Appreciate that.
And I see you as a man, so I don't want you to think that. Marcus. Oh, my homie.
You know I'm a clown. You gotta let them know I'm a clown. I clown. That's all I do.
I told Brandon, I said, now when he come on here, Marcus gonna say some stuff because he just loose. He's just loose.
I don't care.
And I appreciate
hey, listen, can I say one thing? I was not disrespecting y'all, but I kind of made a point. When I said that y'all needed a hug, that was just like what Chris Rock did. Y'all wanted to fight me, didn't y'all?
Oh, see,
no, didn't want to fight you. I was gonna eat for you, but that's another story.
You're gonna throw fucking Jay-Z shit at him?
Okay, Easter him. He was gonna Nas that behind. That is the hardest.
I'm in the studio right now. What you trying to do? I'm in there right now.
Trust me, that is a problem you don't want. Trust me, trust and believe.
I think Takeover was
hey,
better.
Yo, Shaka, I was kind of shaking the little page. Okay, Shaka. All right. But you know what?
Y'all made me feel comfortable.
Yes. We normally operate with love over here today. You know what? Let me not even lie. A lot of things been getting to me today, so you know what?
It's a touchy subject because it's Will and Jada. You know, we wouldn't think that we would be
I looked
having
up
an
to
issue
them.
like this,
Right.
where people are all over the split. Everybody's split. You have the people who love comedy and love Chris Rock, and you have the people who love Will and love with Jada and Will, but they're all torn. The entire community is torn, and I'm in that torn space because I feel comedy now is in jeopardy, and it's like that. I absolutely diehard love comedy. My favorite is South Park. You want to talk about a show that pushes boundaries?
What?
You know,
y'all got South Park still, but we can't keep the PJs. That's some BS.
PJs was great, but Eddie Murphy didn't want to do it. That's the thing. He didn't want to do it anymore.
Super, you want to lay on my crack bed?
That's Eddie Murphy. He didn't want to do it. So like comedy's in danger, guys. And there's this whole like thing with censorship and with the whole like social media censoring stuff. It's becoming a problem now. It's spewing into our entertainment. And this is bad. This is getting real bad, guys. So we have to figure out what's going on, what's happening to where people are now reacting and they're not thinking. And we need to stop the reactions because the reactions are happening without thought, without like, if I do this, what are the consequences?
You're right.
So,
you know what, B?
All my panels.
I'm scared to be a comedian. I don't want to do comic, but I don't want to do no more.
Like, I think you should lead with that towards the end of the day. I think that should be the word of the day is consequences.
Right.
Like, because there's consequences to your actions. Like, you know, what you did just in 5 seconds messed up. You know, even if your wife said she was gonna fuck August after the show.
It don't matter, yeah.
Oh boy, y'all ain't right.
Yo, I'm telling you, she did that shit.
I think she did.
She did that shit. She did that shit. She probably said something. My thing is this. She probably did something. Will probably knows that if I don't do anything, I'm gonna be her next discussion on Red Table Talk.
I mean,
I'm trying to say, this probably what happened. Discussion, I bet y'all.
Oh yeah.
Chris Rock said that comment. Will Smith laughed, and Jada was like, "Oh, he funny, motherfucker."
I'm gonna cheat on your ass again. That's what I'm gonna do.
Tear that ass up. That's gonna
But come on, guys, y'all know how. Listen, come on, y'all. We remember back in the day when we used to roast each other, and you had that one friend that would laugh, and you would look at that friend like, "Oh, mother effer, that's funny." Oh, you laughing? We ain't cool no more. You know, that's how it is, you know. But
we called them niggas suckers. That's what we did.
He got to go home with that woman at night.
That's the fade.
You guys got to remember
that
he
but
go home with her at night.
All right, now you said earlier in the conversation, I would never put my man in a situation to compromise what he has. That's the energy she's been putting out since we've been knowing about their public business. This is the atmosphere that she has created. You have to admit that.
Yes, but also, you know, me and Jada are two different women. So
but what I'm saying is, the energy that I'm getting from you is that you see this from your own perspective. Yeah. The perspective that I want you to see, that I'm trying to get you to see, is that this is the atmosphere that she's been creating for Will. I don't know if it's your podcast, but I'm always been saying that Will is going to snap one day, and he snapped. And it's all because of the atmosphere that she's created. All right, let's wrap
it up. All right, guys. So thank everyone for coming. I want to thank everyone for coming because we were supposed to be going for 45 minutes and we're way over. So I'm gonna leave with what LeBron said and Brandon said. Let's think about the consequences of our actions and the effects that they can have on not only just us, but our children, our spouses, and our family. Because even though I was with the shits for a few minutes, I really do have to think about where would my children be if I'm not here. So let's just preach love. Let's preach understanding, and let's be considerate of others. That is so important. Let's be considerate of others because everyone is human. Everyone needs love. Everyone deserves love, and everyone deserves respect. But this has been a Lauren Hour podcast. Don't forget, if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, or whatever, go over to YouTube, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Apple Podcast, I want to shout you guys out because you know what? All the people over there, you guys have been rocking with your girl. So I appreciate it. And Brandon, I know you want me to wrap it up, but I have to shout out these cities. Once again, Charlotte, NC, Youngstown, Ohio, Wichita, Kansas, Cleveland, Ohio, South Bend, Indiana, New York, Reston, Washington, Belgium. I want to thank you guys for streaming and downloading us. And we so appreciate you guys so much. Thanks so much. This has been the Allure Hour podcast. This is your girl, Allure D. Be well and prosper.